There are different forms of stress. There's physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual stressors. And we have to remember that when our clients come to us, they don't leave all their stressors outside. All those stressors come into the gym with them. And as we've discussed before, exercise is a form of stress, right? So we need to consider what we're doing to our clients with exercise, right? There's a massive amount of benefits to vigorous training, and everybody should have vigorous training in their routine, but we have to do it intelligently so that we don't overload their stress bucket, so to speak, and then down the road, all of a sudden they can't figure out why they're not recovering. Or maybe they started to lose weight, and then about a month and a half later, they just kind of hit a wall. They ended up with some pain. They couldn't recover from their exercise, right? Because on a cellular level, all stress summates, right? So on a cellular level, your body doesn't know the difference between whether you just got into a fight with a loved one, into a car accident. Your body doesn't know the difference between overeating and undersleeping. On a cellular level, stress is stress, and all stress summates. So we need to consider that when we're onboarding our clientele and we're evaluating their stress. And we're using that load versus capacity as a way to measure their overall stress in their life. So ultimately, there's two forces in the world. There's yin and there's yang, right? But I really love to take the yin and the yang and correlate it with the autonomic nervous system. The autonomic nervous system has two branches. You have your parasympathetic and you have your sympathetic branches. Your parasympathetic branch of the nervous system is often referred to as your rest and digest. It's your anabolic nervous system. It's the one that helps to build you up. It's often referred to as the female portion of the nervous system. You then have your sympathetic branch, which is often referred to as your fight or flight response, right? Your fight or flight response is correlated with the sympathetic branch of the autonomic nervous system. It's the catabolic, it's the fire, it's the doer, it's the hard working out, right? It's what a lot of us are doing in life right now. We're getting up and we're going. But the thing is, sometimes we're going nowhere. We're going right into our cell phones for 4 or 5 hours, and that's a form of stress, right? We're driving and we're on our phones, and we don't even realize that's a form of stress. We wake up and maybe we don't have a good enough breakfast and we don't have to take enough time for ourselves, and we're out the door and we're trying to eat and drink our coffee, which is stimulating, creating a stress response. And before you know it, all these stressors, they compound, right? And as I referred to before, on a cellular level, stress is stress is stress. All stress summates. So when it comes to exercise, it's really important to remember that we need to balance these stressors. We do our nutrition and our lifestyle management questionnaire with our clients. We figure out what their stressors are, and then we take some action steps. So somebody might come to us, they might want to create an optimal body composition for their genetic bias, right? It would be malpractice if we didn't evaluate their stressors. What is their hydration status? What does their nutrition look like? What's the quality and the quantity of their nutrition? How are they sleeping? How is their sleep hygiene? When are they getting to bed? Are they getting enough physical repair? Are they getting enough psychogenic repair, right? Mentally, when you look at the mental stressors, are these people engaging in a lot of mental activity throughout the day? Could it be somebody in college studying and trying to remember everything for their tests? Could it be somebody at work who's on the phones and on the computers, just mentally maybe trying to put the effort in to drive the numbers up so they can bring some money into their business? We need to evaluate all these stressors, and then ultimately what exercise is a form of nourishment, right? And taking that individual and just crushing them, beating them into the ground, that might not be the best thing for them right away. We might need to use some intelligent exercise programming to ultimately give the individual energy, right? So instead of bringing them in, crushing them, then passing out on the floor and crawling to their car, maybe it would be ideal if they come into the gym, the movement is submaximal. It stimulates more of a vasodilatory response, right? and it uplifts the individual so that when they leave, they actually have more energy when they started. And then in time, we're going to get that person to be able to come in and hit it hard, right? Whether that's, metabolic conditioning, circuit style training, whether it's lifting heavier weight, I don't know. It's all, client defined. But conceptually, we need to really understand the yin and the yang of exercise. We need to understand that autonomic nervous system and the two branches and how they're interdependent. They're always working together, but we need to have balance. So when you look at the yin yang and you see the line through the middle and you see the white on the black and the black on the white, and that's balance, that's ultimately what we want to bring to our clients, to our lives, to their nervous system. And that's one of the ways to consider exercise programming as we move forward.